Good day, crafters. What's better than SCPs that aren't in the game?
I don't know, okay? The SCP Foundation is a government or privately funded, I'm not sure, group that finds anomalous entities and then contains them.
Listen, we don't have time for this, okay? Let's dive into the super cool players that should be in the craft, okay?
That's not what SCP means.
Coming in at number 10, SCP-682. SCP-682 is a large reptile-like creature with a very high intelligence. SCP-682 has the ability to communicate with people and often express its hatred for life in the interviews. 682 has extremely high strength, speed, and reflexes. Gains its energy from anything it ingests, whether it's organic or not. It is constantly observed growing and decreasing in size as it consumes and sheds materials. 682 also has regenerative abilities that is able to keep it alive even with 80% of its body being destroyed or damaged. Due to these factors, it has had termination granted through and it has been unsuccessful so far. This sounds kind of like the Godzilla iteration, really and truly. Like, all that's really missing is for this creature to be standing on its hind legs and add some tall skyscrapers and a large body of water for him to go back into. I mean, it would definitely be crazy to see in the Minecraft. I mean, we got dragons, but a dino wouldn't be so bad.
And at 9, SCP-432. SCP-432, aka the Cabinet Maze, would be a secret location or a generated structure within the game. From the outside, it appears to be a large green box with rust covering it, probably using the oxidized copper texture or something similar to it. Notably, there is a square on the right-hand side of it. This is where tiles can be inserted in any order. When all 9 tiles are inserted, if they are in the correct order, they will stay. However, if they are in the wrong order, they will remove themselves from the cabinet automatically. SCP-432 can only be opened while all 9 tiles are inserted in the correct order. When opened, the box appears to contain a much larger area than thought physically possible. The player can still walk through and explore the area like any other. SCP-432 is unique in that every time the entrance is opened, a new maze is generated at random. The layer itself is a maze of chambers with all sorts of hallways connecting them, and I think that we would all enjoy a few more generated structures within the game. Also, you could get some pretty sick loot.
Coming in at number 8, SCP-939. SCP-939 is a pack-based perceptor with red skin and a large mouth. SCP-939 can mimic voices of animals and humans, which gives it the name with many voices. The children of SCP-939 look like an average human child in its lifetime. 939 children will go through the transformation and become a very small version of the 939. In the game, they will spawn in a group inside a containment cell. 939 will mimic a villager noise to lure the player. After the player is close, SCP-939 will make growls as they try to kill the player. They are not very hard to contain due to the fact that they cannot open doors, but damn it, don't they really sound like something out of AVP? Like, we gotta be evil all the time. I don't wanna have to be dressing up like Predator, getting lured into the village just to have some mob in the bush. Like, get out of here, you bush Wookie, and come fight me like a real man or mobster. You know what I'm saying? God damn it.
And at 7, the Yule Man. SCP-4666, also referred to as the Yule Man, is a Keter class object under the SCP Foundation's observation. It's not contained. It's a humanoid figure that travels around the world killing families and kidnapping children. Although in Minecraft, I'm sure its story would be at least a little bit different. SCP-4666 only becomes active for 12 nights a year, from the night of December 21st to 22nd to the night of January 1st or 2nd, manifesting and seemingly teleporting to any location above 40 degrees north latitude, where it will choose a household and family, always with 1 or more small children under the age of 8, where it will then proceed to torment them and leave toys made of skin at the foot of the child's bed if it doesn't kidnap them. And I mean, like, Minecraft has had events based on holidays already, right, with like the pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern heads for Halloween and like the chest decorations for Christmas, so why not have a monster that stalks you for the holidays? It seems like fun.
I don't know, I don't want to get stalked by a monster on the holidays. Look, you see him? He's trying to get stalked, not me. I'm good. Coming in at number 6, SCP-1000. Calling all Planet of Apes fans, because this is what we really have here. SCP-1000 is a nocturnal omnivorous ape classified in the hominini branch. Adults range from sizes 1.5 to 3 meters, which is 5 to 10 feet in height, and weigh between 90 to 270 kilograms, which is 200 to 600 pounds. They have gray, black, brown, red, and occasionally white fur. They possess large eyes with good vision and pronounced brow ridge and a sagittal crest on his forehead, similar to that of a gorilla, but present in both sexes. Their intelligence is on par with the common chimpanzee. So you basically have Caesar in the game running all over the craft trying to make more chimps, or the aka smart ape. This would be so cool to see in the craft, let alone scary. Like I said, have you seen Planet of the Apes? Yeah, they mean business for sure when they come out for war.
Halfway through into number 5, SCP-2424. SCP-2424 resembles a marine mammal, probably a walrus. I think that's the best description. However, unlike most walruses, not including those from Chernobyl's Marineland, SCP-2424 has a second pair of muscular flippers, light purple skin, various cybernetic implants of unknown function, and is considerably larger in both length and width. SCP-2424 appears to have a 260mm cannon of unknown make and model that it can extend and retract from its mouth. This weapon has been observed to eject black spherical projectiles at extremely low velocities, sometimes firing up to 3 projectiles at once. SCP-2424 can also create seismic vibrations whenever it strikes the ground with sufficient force. Basically, it acts as a real-life boss fight in the SCP universe, where like all these are real. It's basically a boss fight, so why not give us another boss in Minecraft, okay? It seems like it could be fun. And give us something for like all the ice biomes, right?
Coming in at number 4, SCP-457. For all points and purposes, SCP-457 appears to be a sentient being composed of flame. 457's actual composition is unknown and has proven to be invisible and undetectable by any known means, so you can't add this fella to your Pokédex. There isn't 26 of them, but it's shaped like a flame, and it produces, often assuming a human-like form given sufficient fuel to assume that size. SCP-457 most rudimentary form appears to be that of a single flame, not two, and nothing to look like the blaze. As 457 grows larger, it is able to assume more complex shapes, and it's intelligent with size and fuel sources. SCP-457 method of intelligence is unknown, but upon reaching approximately human size, 457 always assumes a human-like form. And talk about a leveled up magma cube with real special powers.
Getting close to the end, and at number 3, Big Egg. The Big Egg, from my understanding and what I remember, considering how the SCP Wiki is actually down at the time of recording since the wiki host Wikidot ended up being hacked. But what I remember about the Big Egg was that it was just a big egg that caused anyone who came near it to either say only Big Egg or describe the egg as Big Egg only. I'm pretty sure it was if like all you could say when you were around it was Big Egg, which is why I included it on whatever list I included it on, because me just saying Big Egg, the whole number was funny to me. But I think that having a chicken have like a 1 in 1 million chance to lay a big egg would be hilarious. It's also something that Minecraft would do. Remember like Mince Raft, the other 1 in a million chance thing? Yeah, the egg could also make any chat message that you type while it's in your inventory say Big Egg for an added layer of lulz. And yes, I said lulz. I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but oh well. Big Egg.
Coming in at number 2, SCP-053. This one had to be the most freaky for me. Honestly, SCP-053 appears to be a small 3-year-old girl, and she is capable of basic speech and appears to be slightly above average in the mental development. She has a general pleasant personality and rarely seems upset, becoming agitated only in the presence of groups of people. But here is where the story takes a turn for the worse. Any and all humans over the age of 3, guys, I'm in my 20s, okay, like really, okay, but let's continue, okay, who makes eye contact or physically touch or remain around SCP-053 for longer than 10 minutes will rapidly become irrational, paranoid, and homicidal. Most, if not all, of these feelings will be directed right at SCP-053, and afflicted subjects will attempt to kill, you heard me, will attempt to kill the child. Yeah, they lure you to kill them. Talk about twisted. And after first killing or driving off all humans visible to them, those attempting to kill SCP-053 will suffer massive heart attacks or seizures and die seconds after doing any physical damage to 053. The icing on top, though, it will regenerate almost instantaneously from any wound, regardless of its severity. So yeah, definitely a creepy child to add to the game. Screw baby zombies. These are the children I kinda want in the game. Maybe not due to my age though.
And finally, in at number 1, SCP-173. SCP-173, aka Peanut, is probably the most famous SCP out there. It is constructed from concrete and rebar with traces of Krylon brand spray paint on its face. Whatever a face is for a giant rock. SCP-173 is animate and extremely hostile. The object cannot move while within direct line of sight though. Line of sight must not be broken at any time with SCP-173 unless you want instant death. Personnel assigned to enter container are instructed to alert one another before blinking. The object is reported to attack by snapping the neck at the base of the skull or just by strangulation if it's feeling a little kinky. Personnel report sounds of scraping stone originating from within the container when no one is present inside, which is, I guess, it moving. But this is exactly the kind of that Mojang would add to the game, just straight up. Like, this is the kind of monster that would obviously be the wrong choice at the fan vote, but would still make it in. Glow squid. Long live the moo bloom. That's all the time we have for today, friends.
And thank you for watching until the end. I have been Crafting J, which I'm always Crafting J.
Yeah, he definitely is, unless he's building J. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe.
And we shall see you next time. And don't forget to champion those who champion you.
Skinny Kid in a Crown!